Alright, y'all. It's a beautiful day in Scott County, Tennessee. Thursday, February 25th. I'm just out here, take my regular walk around my house. I like to do that to kind of get myself up and kind of take a break from schoolwork and everything. And, I don't know. As I've been walking here, one thing that's really, I have going on inside my head right now is, let me first start out by saying, I know I said coming in when I started this YouTube channel that I was just going to talk about the Ravens, some other football teams, but I've come to the thought process of why stop there? Why not use YouTube for anything I want to talk about, really, And that's where I'm at. See, YouTube, for me, is not, it's just for me, it's just a nice little way for me to share my thoughts, what's going on in here, and just talk about things that I'm passionate about, or talk about things that I want to talk about that, COVID season, I can't really get out and communicate with a lot of people, so I figured, why not do this on YouTube, and try to interact with people outside of my house and try to interact with people outside of my community, and so where I'm at is YouTube for me is, I'm not looking at YouTube as a way to bring in money. That would be nice, but that's not even a thought, really, but the main thing that I want to use YouTube for is just to get my voice heard, just a way of communication, really. So where I'm at right now today is what you feed your mind is what manifests out here, right? If you feed your mind with the wrong kind of stuff, media, politics, whatever you feed your mind that is negative, it's going to manifest itself in here. And for too long, it's going to end up coming out here, And, so, my question for everybody is, what are you feeding your mind? Said in my video that was catching up with y'all, go check it out if you haven't. I'm going to school to become a psychologist, right? And the human mind is such a fascination of mine, because there's so much that goes up in here that we can't see. It's internal and it's in here, and I'm so fascinated by it. And I've took a real liking to psychology and to philosophy, right? And those two things, along with my religious beliefs, have all made up what you see here, and as I was doing my philosophy studies this morning, one thing that really stuck out to me is how Aristotle, he was a philosopher in the old days, and he had this thing of, I can't think of it, but there's pretty much levels to it, right? And there's levels such as a vicious and a, I would say a goodly, godly, I guess in a way, sort of man. And the vicious man, he just acts on impulse. That's kind of what I got going on, what I interpreted it as. And the virtuous man or whatever, he gets pleasure from doing what's right and doing he gets pleasure from that, whereas a vicious man gets pleasure from acting on impulse and doesn't really care if what he's doing is right or wrong. And then there's two levels in between. And then the level that I am at, that currently I'm at, is a kind of person, kind of man that satisfies his desires out of weakness. When I mean satisfying desires, I mean satisfying lustful desires. And that's, I guess, also part of where I'm at right now with the whole what you feed your mind is what manifests in there and what comes out. Lust is a very powerful and a lot of ways negative thing. A negative and very dangerous thing, okay? And I struggle with that. I'm not gonna lie. Lust is something that I struggle with daily, and sometimes I have to satisfy them desires. But what happens afterwards is that I begin to feel bad in here, and I feel bad up here, But the good thing is, I am a religious person. I am a man of faith. I don't know if y'all can see that, but I wear that daily. And, we attach meaning to objects such as this. And for me, it's a very powerful object. And I keep it close. I keep it under my shirt, or, tucked inside my shirt, because it's closer to my heart. And that just reminds me that, hey, there's a man upstairs, to me, that's going to have my back, when, even though I let my lustful desires get the best of me, and I give them, I satisfy them desires, and I feel bad inside afterwards. I know that I can pray, ask God for forgiveness, and just talk with Him about it, So, that's kind of where I'm at, is I satisfy pleasures out of weakness, and hey, I'm going to tell y'all a little secret. None of us are perfect, and the quicker that you're able to accept that, and the quicker they accept that you make mistakes, and be real with yourself, you're going to feel a lot better in here, and you're going to feel better up here. So, to tie this all up real nicely, is what you feed yourself in here is ultimately what's going to come out here. It's going to show up in your behaviors towards others, how you treat others, what you say, how you carry yourself, and, feed yourself with good things. It doesn't have to be religious beliefs or scripture, or it doesn't have to be that if that's not for you. But reading books, getting interested in things that are going to educate your mind, whatever it may be. Feed your mind with the right kind of things, and your mind, your body, your actions, behaviors, friends, family, and yourself are going to appreciate very, very much. So, I believe that's all I've got to say on that matter. Before I let y'all go, I just want to give a huge thank you to Lunch Break Hot Take with Jose and Rodney, I believe. That's his name. If I get it wrong, I'm sorry. But them guys are really great. They're dope. They got a real good character about them. You can tell they're passionate about what they do. They're down to earth, And so I just want to give them a shout out. Go check them out on YouTube if you're a fan of boxing or anything sports related, really. And just watch some of their content, Give them a listen. They got a podcast out. Can't think of the name, but check it out on Spotify. But yeah, just show these guys some support, because they gave me a shout out on their YouTube channel last night. They didn't have to do that, but I asked them to, and they happily obliged, and that meant a lot to me. So I'm just giving back, because also I'm somebody that if you do me right, if you do right by me, I'm more than willing and happy, and I will give back to you, because if I didn't have the right people around me, if I didn't have people supporting me, then, I'd be in a world of hurt. So number one thing to me is always giving back to those who have helped you along your journey. So again, go follow them on YouTube, LBT, or just look up Lunch Break Hot Take, and it's hard to miss. So go check them out, send them some love, and tell them Noah sent you. But until then, guys, remember, feed your mind with good things, and here and up here in the world will thank you. So until then, I've been Noah, and y'all have a blessed day.